Hey everyone, so we are out rail fanning today. Jack will have a whole video of this, but I just wanted to show you where we're at. They have this train display set up at Shepherd, Michigan, and we are just outside of Mount Pleasant a little ways. They've got these old train cars. They set it up as a ghost train, and they decorate them with Christmas lights for Christmas, and the rest of the year it's just abandoned and left open. Jack says this is an old mail car. So neat. They have sorting mail on a mail car. I don't understand. Look at this. Bins on both sides. And then there's lockers for packages. Old luggage and milk cans. Graffiti. Inappropriate for my channel. Super neat. I mean,
it's heated. See, look. Yeah, baseboard electric heat.
Yeah. He says this is the baseboard electric heater, but
Lots of them.
look at this. Just all beat and smashed up. They probably just can't keep the local kids out of here because we're in just this tiny little town. It's a nothing kind of place where people go into like Mount Pleasant to go do things. Oh, sorry about that. I have to edit that out maybe. Some graffiti back there. He says these are probably heaters here. A little control here for it. Oh yeah. They've been painted over at some point. So, some of the cars and stuff here, they...
Bathroom.
Oh.
There's like 50-year-old toilet paper hanging on it. Check it out.
Midland fittings for the doors. Both sides, just super neat. The whole thing is plumbed and electric. Yeah, that's 50-year-old toilet paper. My gosh. Look at this cool sink. Little mirror. I don't know what that whole thing is. Oh, it's the electric. Oh, look at that. They got a push button thing for water service. That is so neat. And gross at the same time. So now we just step out and then you're on to the platform for this old engine, number 20. Super neat. Oh my goodness. See, people come. They've left stuff here from the rail days. Yeah, battery hooked up to it. They must have powered all the Christmas lights and stuff off of this. Kids hiding in here, drinking their vitamin water and their beer. Got up here. Oh, I think I can get up in there. The neat thing about this, see, there's the old depot here, and there's the green elevator. That green elevator is in operation. I like to go see that. Just like at our place. They got corn. They're using that rail line and loading cars off. I have to watch what I'm doing. This is going to be quite a fall. Dad took off with baby. Can you get into the cab on that side?
No. I don't have the camera in my hand now, so...
I think it's just stuck, Jack. Yeah. Super neat. Look at that. Yeah, just a minute, Bethany. Okay. Hold on. See, there's broken glass. Did they open up all those doors?
No, they were open. You take him and I'll go look in the doors.
Go close them up for the... Okay, Ann Arbor Railroad, this says. Engine number 20. I'm sure Jack will tell you all about the wheel arrangement and stuff on his channel. So this is just what we're out doing today. That's the mail car we were in. And then there's a box car also. And in this shed, you gotta see this. They call it the Henry H. Perrin Museum. Jack? Little rail car thing?
Stop it!
Hey, check this out. This is so neat. Timken, made in the USA. We use Timken bearings in all of our fabrication at home for fixing up old wagons and trailers. I believe that wagon we just moved had Timken bearings in it. They call this the 20 Junior. Owned and operated by the Shepherd Railroad Museum. It's got a chassis system.
It sure has a tiny engine.
It does. Chassis system was real big when I was young in the 80s, and Jack says that they must have failed or got bought out. Just tools laying around this whole place. Last time we were here, Trey was a baby, and they had this over in front of the caboose.
Parts of the wheels. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
I think Jack said they use this for railroad inspections.
Hey, do you want to pretend to be a robber? That can be...
Fairmont.
We gotta go catch him.
Here's the tag. Says job number WEB, cylinder size 040, Conrad BRG size 020, 1958, or maybe it's 53, it's hard to say. C&O Railroad Company. And then, I almost missed this tag before. I wanted to make sure you saw this. It says performance. Here's some paint. Something counts. Fairmont. Fairmont Railway Motors. 5 horsepower, type RO. Group B, special 1. Max horsepower 8. Engine number 76617. So, we'll go home and look up Fairmont. This must be a little car that they picked up. It doesn't have wheels in the front. It's just got spokes. Ooh, shed door is opened up. Is it trespassing if the door is open and it's a museum that's closed? What do you think? Henry H. Perrin Museum. Neat little stop lever there. Oh, yeah, see, it's a tricycle. There's a single wheel up there on the front. Look at this. Yeah. Little chain-driven car. So in the shed, the lighting is terrible, obviously. This is an old feed grinder. So neat. Little belt driven right there. I don't see any markings on it. See, that's the hammer part. Put your feet in there, goes in there. I don't see the discharge. You've got just some neat old tools in here. This says something on it, but you can't really read it. But look at this. Old mail storage box. Okay, check this out. Here's this old mill. It's an old feed grinder. It's belt driven. There's a belt driven on the other side. That's the hopper for putting it in. This is the discharge. Looks like it is adjustable. I got George on my arms. And there's the hammer mill part. I don't see see any markings on it. Super cool. Old mailbox. Some old tools. It looks like the side of this building was made from something else that was reused. Super cool. We're always repurposing things at the farm. Here's an old signal. There's my guys over there. They love engines. This is just a fun little trip for us. Folks, mommy milestones in the family, we are huge on history. It's not just from a homeschooling perspective, it's just learning and knowing, gleaning things from the past. It's just interesting. My grandfathers both had worked for the railroad. I believe my grandfather on my dad's side retired from the railroad, and his father worked for the railroad too. So it's real neat to just go around to these old places and to see into history, you know, to get a glimpse of what was and, you know, where we've come to. So that for the kids, this is obviously an educational and learning moment. You don't always know, you find about these places. We actually found this place driving by to go look at a lawnmower when Trey was little, so, you know, 8 years ago. And it's just real interesting to be here. It's real sad that the museum itself isn't open today, because every time we come here, you know, it's on the weekend, and I don't know when they ever open it. I don't see any kind of business hours posted. But let me show you some of the tools and take a look at the caboose. So like here's an old signal box that they have on display, and it's just empty but neat to look at and see. Always neat to see. They've got old utility carts around with railroad spikes. I mean, people are remaking this stuff and buying it and restoring it. Obviously this has been redone at some point on the top with new deck boards, but using them for displays in lofts, apartment buildings. Our family just loves to go out and go see this. Jack's making a video over there for himself. Remember, Jack the Rail Fan. All one word. So you can see his, he'll tell you all about it. This is a hand jack for moving a train on the line. This says track components. AAR Police, Ann Arbor Railroad Police. We are so far from Ann Arbor. They call it Ann Arbor Line.
Ann Arbor Railroad.
At least they put a little love into this. Kept some paint on it to keep it from aging. I see a nice little spot to take our next break. Pick up a little bag of chips at the gas station and go over to the city park. This is at the corner of like 1st and Main. Oh, they call it Wright Avenue. This, they're keeping the vandals out, and they have, looks like they got their power supply in there for the rest of it. They've got this one padlocked up.
What they don't realize is they kind of.
It says New York Central. This is New York Central. RPO.
Jack, you have to back up.
Yeah. Look. New York Central.
Okay. I'll get it for you. You move too fast.
Up there, see? N-E-W. York Central.
We could see up the top it says New York Central, and it's been lettered over a couple different times. Car number 5015. And up here in the center, it looks like that there is an M and an R, an ampersand, an H, and it looks like an F or an E. So look that up. M-R and H-E.
You know what's really cool?
Jack has a New York Central railroad set from Lionel, so he is just pleased as punch about this.